Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Kyle here, doing a little weekly purchases. So, some of you guys have followed me on Twitter at SirPaul64. Probably see all my pictures every week of my weekly purchases, but downtime, thought I'd do a video, something a little different for everybody. So, here's what I've picked up over the last week. So, these might continue. Maybe I'll start doing this every week. Who knows what the world will bring us, but a lot of good pickups this week that I'll share with everybody. Thanks to everybody that's checked out my collection video. A lot of good comments in there. People want more content. I guess I really wasn't thinking of doing any more content, just that tour to get that up and share with everybody. But who knows? Maybe I'll do a weekly purchase. Maybe I'll start doing some fig finding videos. I guess let me know if you want to see something special out there. Who knows? Maybe I'll do it. But let's start off with some weekly purchases. Some of the stuff I picked up over the last week. I guess I'll start first. Only one thing non-wrestling this week. Kind of a rare week for me. Usually a lot of mixed bag of stuff picked up, but kind of the doldrums of the coronavirus mania, which is nice. It's letting me pick up some stuff in the past I've been wanting to get, looking off eBay, every place you can think of for figures right now. But I'll start it off with this. Maybe a separate unboxing video. This blew away all my expectations. The new G.I. Joe Classified series. Snake Eyes, totally awesome. You know, kind of a mixed bag with this so far from the pictures I've seen. Being a huge G.I. Joe guy, that was my favorite toys of the 80s. Very excited to get this Snake Eyes. Hopefully the rest of the series meets our expectations of this one. This one blew me totally away. I thought it was going to be good. I didn't know it was going to be great. So Snake Eyes right there. So number one item. The rest is wrestling the rest of the way. So if you don't like wrestling toys, might as well stop watching. But I'll start off. Some of you guys know that follow me on social media, like I said, at SirPaul64 on Twitter. I'm currently working on building an entire complete Ruthless Aggression Jakks figure collection. There's no way I could ever do that mint on card, as there's just too many figures. And I got a decent size space for my stuff, but nowhere near that big. So going for minty loose, buying in package when I can. Buying loose if I have to, but they got to be mint. So here's some of the pickups. Lots of stuff to come here, so I'll show you. I'll start it off here with limited edition 2-pack. Beth Phoenix and Maria. I'm not sure who was clamoring back in the day for this 2-pack, but apparently somebody was. So here we are. New Year's Revolution, Kane, another one. Some of these figures are very, very hit and miss, like Jakks as a whole. I have a soft spot for Jakks, especially the classic superstars. Here's a limited edition Triple H came in this week, the King of Kings version, pretty cool one. Mattel did that one better in the long run. Another limited edition Rey Mysterio. I guess you'd call it the Silver Surfer Rey. Another pretty cool one there. A little Adrenaline series, 2-pack series, a favorite of mine, Adrenalines. Here's the DX Adrenaline set, came in this week. And here's another cool one. Jakks did a ton of one-off box sets, store exclusive, things like that. Here's a Randy Orton and Edge. How timely. Edge in ref gear, a very, very timely 2-pack, as I said. So, pretty cool. How about a Deluxe Aggression? I got a lot of these. Never really got the Cenas and Mysterios. Those are pretty much the only ones I'm missing. So, going to be working on Deluxe Aggression Cenas and Mysterios. How about Treacherous Trios? Really, I missed the 3-pack wrestler. I love the 3-pack classic superstars back in the day. Here was the mainline Treacherous Trio release. The Edgeheads. Edge, Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins. A pretty cool pack. Worth a lot more now these days with the Major Brothers' success with their podcast. One thing about Jakks that I love that Mattel has yet to do, and hopefully they will sometime, make everybody. Make the managers, make the ring announcers, and here's a ring announcer. Here's Lillian Garcia. Pretty cool to get a ring announcer for your Fig Fed if you're a kid, or just to have in your collection. Look at that. Best of WCW, Billy Kidman. You know, one of these, I had most of these way back in the day, and when Jakks lost the license, broke my heart, and I pretty much sold everything I had, and went about a year without buying wrestling figures. And the money I saved that year was crazy. But here we are back again. You know, you see the Mattel wall behind me. All in, deeper than ever. Wish I wouldn't have sold that stuff back in the day. Rey Mysterio, WrestleMania 21. You know, some of these, if you're smart and you look around and you really hunt, you can get some of these cheaper than loose sometimes. It's all about bundling, getting them together. Any help I can get from viewers or people on Twitter are always shouting me out and showing me, hey, Kyle, here's a good deal for you. Go, if you don't have that, look into it. Another treacherous trio. Undertaker, Heidenreich, and Bradshaw. You know, interesting one. You know, sometimes the packs made sense, sometimes they didn't. Especially if you go back to the Bone Cruncher days. A lot of crazy 2-packs, 3-packs that made zero sense. It's like, I think they just had extra of a Headbanger Mosh. We'll throw them in with everybody else. That's what it seemed to be. Another treacherous trios. This is a pretty cool one. I always loved this Triple H. I guess you'd call this the Evolution 3-pack. Triple H, Batista, Flair. Flair's got a little bit of a small head on this one, but is what it is. Like I said, beggars can't be choosers. Trying to get the complete collection, working my way through it. I did also pick up right at the end of last week. Can't remember if they were in my weekly purchases or not, but I finally completed every mainline Mattel that was still out there. Some of the Chase ones that I hadn't picked up yet. So Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. So got both of those. The Iconics are here together. Back together. Whatever you want to call them. Boom. And also Pete Dunne. That was the only one I didn't find right away off the shelf. Pete seems to be a pretty hot one in here. In this set, you know, a very good set, I thought, especially the Hurricanes. A lot of love for the Hurricanes out there, both editions. There's those. And then the last somewhat carded figure I guess I have is the Paul Heyman Internet exclusive. I don't know if anybody's seen that. Well, there goes Paul. He's out of the box. Anyways, very cool with this one, or an unknown kind of fact a lot of people don't know. That's how it came. It wasn't in a bubble or anything like that. It was just in that little pack, which was kind of weird and a little bit of something different. But, you know, Jakks kept you guessing. That's something that's missing in life. You got to keep guessing all the time. Now we're going to get to some Lucy's. So I got a ton of Lucy's. I don't know how cool and how riveting this will be, but hey, we'll show them. So, running through really quick. I'll run through as quick as I can. The Great Khali. You know, I always love giant figures, Giant Gonzalez, all those kind of guys. Always great. John Cena. One of many John Cenas this week. I picked up a lot of John Cenas. I'm going to bust through those quick. You know, Jakks, there's a million John Cenas. There's a million Batistas. There's a million Rey Mysterios. Some cooler than others. You know, soft goods. Jakks didn't do a ton of soft goods. When they did, it was hit and miss, but some good ones. John Cena keeps rolling here. Like I said, some of those guys, they made a million figures of. I mean, Randy Orton, and it's tough when you're trying to be a completist and try to get a checklist and go through everything. I mean, Randy Orton is a lot of the same face scans, a lot of the same everything. You're looking at basically the trunks of what's different. So, John Cena's keep rolling on. Look at that. John Cena. It's the John Cena party. Another John Cena. It never ends. I bet you that's not even 5% of the total John Cenas. A lot of Resistance. You know, a little forgotten tag team in the last few years, but there you go. A Deluxe Aggression. TNA. Daphne. A lot of love for these. I think these, you know, the Deluxe Aggression line, I didn't say it earlier, I think that is the precursor to Mattel. The extra articulation. You know, Jakks, the big issue with Jakks is everybody's the same size, and that's a problem. Psychosis. Little Mr. Kennedy, best of 2007. You know, a little best of stamp on the leg. I never quite understood that gimmick that they did with Jakks every year. They'd re-release everybody from the year that were the best from every set that they felt was the best. Put a little leg stamp on it. I mean, as a kid, who wants a leg stamp if you're playing with those toys? You know, I go back and forth with my mind. I guess leave me a question in the comments or leave a comment. I'm trying to complete every single Jakks figure. Well, if I already have this guy, Do I need him again just because of the stamp on his leg? It's the same figure except for the stamp. My crazy brain says I need them all, so that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Orlando Jordan, Triple H. I mean, Triple H, another one of those guys that a million figures were made for. Kendrick and London. A lot of these are pretty cool. You know, they have 6 or 7 different ones of every single pants color for those two guys. How about an HBK? Mike Knox. Jeez, Sylvester Terkay, not yet. Mike Knox. Forgotten ECW. Probably the heart and soul of ECW if you really get down to it. If everybody thinks of ECW, they think of Mike Knox. They also think of Elijah Burke back in the day in ECW. There's another one. Chris Jericho. This figure was released many times, different sets. That's the other thing with Jakks. A lot of figures are released over and over and over with minute or no changes. Jeff Hardy, another guy with tons and tons of figures. Jeff Hardy. Randy Orton, I told you, a million Randy Ortons out there. Bob Holly. Whole thing sucked, as they say. I've met Bob a few times. Great guy in person. Who knew? Tajiri. Another pretty cool one. Cody Rhodes. Back in the day. This is for the Adrenaline 2-pack with Dusty Rhodes. That's the worst thing about buying these things online, especially when you get loose ones. Most of the time, people don't write down, hey, this is Ruthless Aggression Series 17.5. You don't get that. A lot of research, a lot of searching, a lot of work. But, you know, that's part of the fun of collecting. You know, it's like being a young Indiana Jones sometimes. Eddie Guerrero. And, finally, Batista. So that's about it for weekly purchases. The video is 12 minutes long, probably entirely too long. Next week, you know, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do this every week. Maybe I won't. Time will tell. Leave me a comment or just let me know. Otherwise, follow me on Twitter, SirPaul64, and we'll go from there and see where this takes us. See if we want more content, more videos. If there's something in that collection you want to see, maybe I'll do a little small little video of just one piece of the collection. Who knows? Much more to come, possibly. We'll see. So let me know. Thanks, everybody, for watching. See you later.